Liquor licenses are a bit hard to come by here in Idaho, at least for now. A new piece of legislation at the State House that could make it a little easier for some businesses to obtain one of those precious licenses. 6 on your side's McKenna King was at the State House and tells us who would be able to utilize this new proposal.
Currently, there are around 1,000 liquor licenses in the state of Idaho, most of which are claimed, leaving no new licenses for incoming businesses. And if they do get one, they come with a high price tag. This new proposal, however, would create an unlimited amount of licenses, at least for restaurants.
They'll be issued by cities and counties, and so a city that doesn't want to have liquor licenses doesn't have to. A county that doesn't want to doesn't have to. It also sets a process so the citizens by initiative could change that.
Those already existing licenses or legacy licenses currently carry a hefty cost.
They can run up to $250,000. They have sold for higher, Ketchum, Sun Valley, very expensive. In Arco, you could get one for a new issue license for $600.
That's because the licenses are transferable and demand for them is higher in places that bring in more tourists or house more people. The current quota system allows a new liquor license for an additional 1,500 people in a city, but a big worry for restaurant owners if more licenses are added to a pool is value of current licenses decreasing.
A lot of times people have had to go out and get loans for those licenses. If the value of those licenses drops down, the banks could certainly call in that note and say, hey, we don't have the collateral that we thought we had with that license now.
So it's as important as ever for these restaurant owners that any proposal preserves value.
What I like about the current bill is it deals with this problem of the quota system, but retain some of the value of the licenses for those of us that have bought them under the current system.
But it's nearly impossible to retain all of the value. If a restaurant owner were to sell the license, demand would be lower, appealing only to bars and those restaurants who want to be able to close the kitchen down for certain hours of the day.
Short of them writing each one of us a check, there's no real way to make us whole. They have thrown out some ideas of a discount at the liquor store. That would take 20 years to recover the cost of what I have in that license.
That discount offering around 10% off liquor purchases.
What they're after is to try and keep the price really high, keep the competition really low, but nobody has a right to a state-created shortage that favors them.
Those restaurant owners arguing that state-created shortage could turn into a state-created downturn if not handled correctly. And a hearing on this new proposal could happen as early as next week. At the State House, McKenna King, 6 on your side.